Hey everybody, it's Flare31 here. Welcome back to more Pokemon Yellow version. In the last episode, we took on the SS Anne and cleaned everything up in there that we needed, and then we also came over to the Vermilion Gym and wiped that off the face of the earth. We also got a Mr. Mime from trading on Route 2 by going through Diglett's Cave, and then also we backtracked a little bit and got some stuff that we couldn't get before with Cut. And in this episode, we are backtracking again. Part of it is so I could show off how fast the bike is. Look how fast it is, guys. It's so fast, right? Right? No, that's not the only reason. Basically, we happened to hit a certain milestone at the end of last video, and I kind of sort of forgot. Not really, but I did. I won't deny that I forgot. And because we hit that milestone, I wanted to go ahead and go back and pick this thing up now while we still can, without spending like a long time and then allowing me to forget again, right? So if we come all the way over here, you might remember that there was, one of Professor Oak's aides, and he had something for us if we had 30 Pokemon caught in the Pokedex. The item finder. And we just barely have 30 kinds of Pokemon after last episode because of our Diglett evolving. So, great, you have caught 30 kinds of Pokemon. Congratulations. Here you go. And we got the item finder. There are items on the ground that can't be seen. Item finder will detect an item close to you. It can't pinpoint it, so you have to look yourself. Yeah, item finder in this game is kind of weird. I wouldn't call it the most useful thing in the world. I'd rather just look up where they are if I were you. But obviously there was this hidden item in the tree right here, and so it's like a nice way to show off how you can use the item finder. If we use it, nope, item finder isn't responding because we already picked it up, obviously. But basically the way it works is it will scan the screen for items. So like everything we can see in our screen right now, all the different tiles, it will scan all of them and go, is there a hidden item here? If yes, it'll tell you, hey, there's a hidden item. And then if no, it'll be like, nope, there's nothing here. So if you didn't know where any of the hidden items actually are, and you wanted to go around and try to find all of them, you'd be doing a lot of scanning with it, because obviously you can't cover all that much screen real estate per scan. Not exactly ideal. I wouldn't call it fun, but it's what we have to work with. Thankfully, you have me, and I just can show you where all the hidden items are. And you don't need the item finder to actually pick up any of the hidden items. So if I were you, I'd just deposit it in the box and forget about it. All that said, though, I'm going to go ahead and meet you guys back where we need to be. Alright, we are back where we need to be. Over to the right here. This is like right where the ledge is that you jump down, where the gym is, in Cerulean. We can go ahead and cut down this tree finally. No, not dig. I'm going to do that every time. Cut. There we go. And we have a whole new world to explore over here. I don't know why that was so weird for me to say. Let's go ahead and fight you, I guess. You have Pokemon with you. You're mine. Is that all it takes these days? So this is Route 9, actually. We skipped over Route 9 earlier, kind of. And we've come back around, and now we're at Route 9, finally. This is kind of a bad matchup for me, isn't it? I kind of want a Mega Punch. I'm gonna go for it. Yes! Yes! Okay, that didn't do as much damage as I would have wanted it to, but I guess it's fine. Does Seismic Toss finish it? Oh, maybe not after Absorb. And definitely not if we get paralyzed, but we didn't. Cool. Come on, do it. Yes! Okay. Thank God for low-level HP bars being deceptively large. Okay, I don't think I'm going to put up with this any longer. I think we're just going to go into Lumen here. Unfortunately, Rossetti would kind of get bodied by like Vine Whip or Absorb. Yeah, we'll just go for the classic Body Slam strat. Forgot we had Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is so nice. We basically don't even need Chubby Chew anymore. We just have Thunderbolt. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Chubby Chew. I'm kidding. Alright, get rid of all these. There's so many Bellsprouts. Done and dusted. You deceived me. I did no such thing. I also didn't even have like my Pikachu following me, so you couldn't be like, oh, it's a easy pickings with a Pikachu. Nope. You have no excuse. I guess we'll put you here. I'm gonna put off going back to heal for a second. We got TM30 here. What is TM30 again? Something dumb? Oh yeah, it's dumb. Okay, teleport, I mean... I don't know why you'd teach that to something, to be honest. Hey dude. Wahaha, great, I was bored, eh? Are you Canadian, good sir? They're the only ones that can say eh after something. Eh. Alright, Body Slam. Body Slam, Body Slam, Body Slam. Answer to all my problems. Oh, we leveled up faster than I wanted to. It's okay though, it's okay. Bubble Beam, of course. He becoming, eh? He's on that. I think he's just practicing his accent. That must be it. Alright, we can't like go directly back, so I'm gonna have to go up here. Route 9, Cerulean City to Rock Tunnel. We've been hearing about Rock Tunnel. Yeah, I don't have a good reason to switch up. I aim to be the ultimate trainer. And you're stuck here on Route 9. And you're just a youngster. I mean, I guess I'm just a youngster, but it hits different. Alright, Sandshrew. It's a good thing we did not, in fact, switch out. That's a high-level Sandshrew, honestly. Is this our reference to, I don't remember the guy's name from the original anime that had, like, the Sandshrew with the weights on it that he was training? My Sandshrew lost! No, not my Sandshrew. Yeah, keep the good times rolling. There's a lot of trainers on this little spot here. I got up early every day to raise my Pokemon from cocoons. Oh, you're a bug catcher, okay. What do you got for me? A Beedrill, ooh. Okay, I respect that. Beedrill's pretty dope. Yeah, I mean, as cool as Beedrill is, it still dies to a Body Slam. Yeah, 2 of them. Okay. Level 28. God damn, we hit 100 HP. What? What a total waste of time. Yeah, I would say raising Beedrills is kind of a total waste of time. Okay, let's bring Rossetti up front for right now. And then there is a patch of grass here, but there's no new Pokemon that we have to worry about in this route, so don't worry about that. Instead, what I want to do is I want to come into my bag here and use the item finder. Yes, item finder indicates there's an item nearby. You'll never guess where it is. Did you guess the little tree here? Because you're right. We got ether in here. So yeah, when I used it, I don't know, I was like here or here. And of course the tree was on the screen, so the item finder went off. It's just really sad that you can't use it to pinpoint where an item is, because it makes it basically useless. Like, it's so impractical that who would ever use it, right? So, I'm gonna go heal, then we'll be back. So, I decided while I was back here, I would go ahead and sell TM30 because, unfortunately, the PC doesn't have near enough room to store all of the extra TMs that we'll end up having in the game, as much as I love to hoard TMs. And teleport is an especially useless TM unless you really want the field move, which I don't, so that was the decision there. I just wanted to sell it and get out of the way. Alright, we are back on Route 9 here. And instead of going up, because that was basically just a way to get back, it was like a loop, we're going to go down. I think down here there's maybe a trainer, maybe an item. No item, just a trainer. Alright, dude. Ha 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 ha! Come on, dude. Put him up, man. Two Pokemon, a Geodude, and I don't know, maybe another Geodude or something. As much as I could stay in, I'm really not gonna stay in, I don't think. I could try to go for Rossetti, but I think no, you know what? I'm actually gonna stay in because Seismic Toss should be able to handle this, I think. I doubt the Geodude has a ground type move. I don't even think they learn ground type moves. Yeah, that defense that defense up is not gonna help you. Perfect. I had like that instinctual, like, I have to switch, but nah, who needs a switch? Ooh. Is Onix's HP stat any good? I know its defense stat is ridiculous, but evidently not. Okay, we're fine. We're chilling. Good job, Chubby Chew. You beat me fair. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. With it. Go all the way back just so we can go up here. I think we didn't level up, right? Right, okay. Man, there's a lot of trainers. Go, my super bug Pokemon! Oh, you're this guy. This guy's very memorable to me. My super bug Pokemon. Oh, yeah. He's memorable to me, but the things that he has on his team, not so memorable to me. Beetle, alright. Are we gonna get like the... Man, what other bug types are there? Ooh, a Venonat. Alright, okay. At least you have something somewhat niche, I guess I could call it. Oh no, my Seismic Toss. Oh no. Okay. My bugs! All fried to a crisp. Oh, I didn't mean to walk into that. It's okay. I'm taking Rock Tunnel to go to Lavender. Wait, I'm sorry. Did he say Lavender without the N? I kind of sped through it. It didn't look right, though. Let's go ahead and... we'll just Thunderbolt. I don't want to overthink it. This guy had, what, 4 Pokemon? Ooh, a crit. Ooh, a Diglett. I'm less enthralled about that. I think it has Dig already, so... I think Lumen's the play right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think we outspeed, but we'll just, yeah, we'll use Bubble Beam anyway. Alright, there we go. An Ekans. I could swap again. That'd be fun. Play Ring Around the Rosie with my team. Ooh, my already terrible defense. Too bad it's now over. Ooh, Saint Girl. Dig should work, right? Sand attack. How dare you? Can't measure up. I don't know what that means, but okay. No, I guess everyone stayed at the same level. I thought for sure someone leveled up. Alright, we have a dead end with Grass Patch, classic. We have a hiker. I guess we'll fight him. Haha, aren't you a little toughie? Some of this dialogue, man. Very weird. Yeah, I think we can handle it. Rock throw? Wow. A rock type using a rock type move? That's crazy. We're chilling though, we're fine. Okay, level up. And then, ooh. This is maybe a little bit more concerning. In fact, I'm gonna just switch out, I think. Like, I know that Doug Trio doesn't have the best defense either, but I'm like slightly more confident in Rossetti's ability to handle this Machop. Yeah. I mean, even that Karate Chop didn't do all that much. Alright, we should be able to dig our way out of this. Perfect. That was it, right? Yeah. What's that? It's called a Doug Trio. We gotta get Rossetti up front here. Because we got one more battle. Don't you dare condescend to me. Condescend, huh? I'm tempted because you're using a Meowth by itself. But, you know, I like Meowth enough that I won't. You also asked somewhat aggressively, but nicely enough, I suppose. No, you're too much. Alright, is that it? Yes, that's it. Alright, we are officially out of Route 9, and this is, in fact, Route 10 here. There's some water here. You might be curious if this goes anywhere, and it doesn't. So you could fish in the water if you so choose, but I'm not going to be talking about any fishing encounters for quite a while, because as I've mentioned, the old rod only catches Magikarp, so we have nothing new to get in terms of that. Now, this grass here, though, on the other hand, does in fact have some new Pokemon for us, so let's get hunting, shall we? First up, we finally have a new electric type option after all this time. The only one we've had so far is Pikachu, and I mean, Pikachu's like, I mean, I'd call it a good Pokemon if we could evolve it. But this one we can evolve, so we're chilling on that front. And while Pikachu might be like fast and offensive, Magnemite is the pure opposite of that. It's slow and it's bulky, which is kind of interesting for an electric type. Electric types have only one weakness, which is ground, which makes it kind of suited to be a bulky Pokemon, like a bulky type. But on the other hand, electric doesn't resist all that many things, and the things it does resist are not the most like appetizing in the world. But I wouldn't say they're bad either for in-game specifically. So it's kind of a mixed bag there. You can go either way. Yeah, the two highest stats that Magnemite has being defense and special, I mean, that's a bulky Pokemon, right? It's just a shame that its HP stat is pretty lackluster all around, because then it could be like an actual tank if it were good, but alas, it is just bulky, so it will offset its low HP by a little bit, which is always nice and appreciated. And then of course, because it's Gen 1, even though it's slow and bulky, it can also deal rather insane amounts of damage with its high special. But that's for us to talk about with its evolved form. At level 30, Magneton. Now, Magneton is one of those trio Pokemon that I was talking about with Doug Trio, where we got 3 of them, and that's the evolved form. This is number 2 if you're keeping count. But look at that special stat. 120 base special is very, very good, obviously. One of the highest ones we've seen. Of course, 95 defense, very respectable. And then it actually kind of gains its speed back with 70. 70 is kind of respectable speed. It's not so slow as it was when it was a Magnemite, which is actually kind of nice. It probably should be slower, but you know what? We're not complaining. Its HP is still kind of crummy though, and its attack is basically worthless. So that's what we got going for Magneton. It is honestly a really good Pokemon. The one main thing holding it back though is its move pool, and to some extent the level it evolves at, not the best. I mean, level 30, you know, quite late, but for how good it is, you know, you can't really complain too much. Like base 395 is just shy of hitting the 400 club, and you know, we can kind of grandfather it in, right? Honorary member. But yeah, so let's talk about the recommended moveset. The one thing that Pikachu does have over Magneton is that Pikachu's move pool is wider, and you know, that's not exactly saying much because Pikachu's move pool is already pretty shallow. But first on the recommended moveset, we have Thunderbolt, of course. You gotta put Thunderbolt on it. I mean, why not? The only thing is unlike Pikachu, Magneton doesn't get Thunderbolt by level up, so you will have to use the Thunderbolt TM from Lieutenant Surge on it. Not ideal, but also I guess not the worst thing in the world. Thunderbolt's pretty useful to put on other Pokemon though, like even more so than Psychic, I would say. So it hurts a little bit more in this case, but it may be worth it, especially if you already passed up on Pikachu and you're like, man, I didn't really like it. This could be the ticket. Second up, I have Reflect on here. Reflect was a choice that I made because the move pool was so shallow on this thing. There was like basically no better move to give it. I toiled around with the idea of putting Rest on here instead, but what deterred me ultimately is its HP stat being as low as it is. I just didn't see the like overall higher return on having Rest over Reflect, even though Reflect isn't as good as it should be because it's only for the current Pokemon that's out and it's not team-wide in this game. But I digress. Like, in a vacuum, Rest should just be better than Reflect, but ultimately I looked at its defense stat, I looked at its HP stat, and I was like, you know what, for in-game, I think you can get away with Reflect. I think Rest is a little bit overkill for this thing, and it wouldn't be able to use it as well as it should anyway, just because its HP is so low. And I was like, you know what, this might be my only chance to put Reflect on something, so here it is. If you don't know what Reflect actually does in this game, it works kind of similarly to newer gens, where it just raises your defense, but instead of team-wide, it's for the Pokemon that's out currently, so it's essentially like a alternate form of like Defense Curl, except instead of raising by one stage, it like doubles your defense in this game. It's pretty nice. It'll make Magneton even tankier than it is, and it might save you from some ground type attacks. Moving on, we have Thunder Wave in the third slot. I mean, an electric type, you got kind of put Thunder Wave on it, especially when you have a shallow move pool like a lot of electric types do in this generation. Such a good status move because it's 100% accurate, and paralyzing things is just really good. And then finally, Toxic. This was another, like, what do I put here kind of move that I chose, but ultimately I looked at its moveset and I went, this thing will not be able to kill any ground types, period. It'll, you know, they're immune to electric type attacks, and that's its only method of attacking. So at least Toxic will let you get your licks in, as it were. Now, there could be Nidokings that put an end to that, but you kind of have to look at the bright side here. It's just like a backup status move in case you get stuck in a bad spot. And there are definitely use cases where Toxic might be preferred over Thunder Wave, so we threw it on there. I would love to give you alternative moves that you could possibly put on here, but besides Rest, there really isn't anything that I love. I will say that this does make a good Flash user because of how shallow its move pool is. So that's the only HM it actually learns, and if you needed something that learns Flash, well, here you go. You found your answer. That's it for this Pokemon. That's all I gotta say, though. Great electric type. Let's move on. The Magnet Pokemon. It is born with the ability to defy gravity. It floats in air on powerful electromagnetic waves. That's pretty cool. No nickname for Magnemite. And believe it or not, that actually does it for all the new Pokemon here. There is one other new Pokemon you can get in that grass, but we can get it a little bit easier in, like, you know, a tiny little bit here. So we're gonna move on and go for it once we get into this cave up here. There's a trainer here. There's also a Pokemon Center. Let's go ahead and... No, let's go ahead and battle the trainer. Well, what the heck? Why not? I had Chubbichu up front for Thunder Wave, but we'll bring Rossetti back. I've been to a Pokemon gym a few times, but I lost each time. Well, ain't that sad. A Jigglypuff. Let's go ahead and... I mean, we might as well just dig. Surprised they didn't try to sing. Clefairy, you have all the cute Pokemon, huh? Level 28, we love to see it. Okay. Oh, blew it again. And yeah, that's actually it for down here. There's the cave entrance right here. You could also just cut down these trees if you want to, and in fact, we do want to. We cut this one, and we then go ahead and use our fancy dancy new item. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to be doing that. I already deposited it into the PC. There is in fact a super potion though on the wall here, so make sure you grab that. Let's go ahead and go into the Pokemon Center though and see what's going on. The locals, question mark? It's not like this is a town necessarily, but I sold a useless nugget for 5k. I heard that ghosts haunt Lavender Town. Ooh. The element types of Pokemon make them stronger than some types and weaker than others. Oh, that's it? That's all we get in here? Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and heal and maybe mess around with my inventory a little bit, and then we'll get going again. Okay, I've done what I needed to do, so let's go ahead and head into Rock Tunnel, as we've heard so much about. And yeah, it's it's completely dark in here. They are kind enough, I guess, to let you see like the outlines of the walls, which actually makes navigating in here not all that difficult, honestly. But in case you just don't want to put up with it, there is a solution to every problem in the form of flash. A blinding flash lights the area. And yeah, now you can suddenly see like it's normal. I think this persists until you exit the cave, and then you have to do it again. But yeah, essentially this is all that flash is useful for outside of battle, is lighting up this specific cave. The mechanic that doesn't come back after this, so that's great, right? We wasted a whole move slot on that, but let's go ahead and fight this guy. I'm surprised I haven't run into a wild Pokemon yet. Just knock on wood here. I guess we're gonna go in with this. Oh, come on. A Zubat, really? As I was about to fight this guy? That's crazy. Pokemon fight, ready, go! Pokemaniac. And he's got Cubone. Oh, how cute. Cubone might be a problem for me, honestly. Is not exactly what I want to see here. I don't know if it has a ground type move or not. I think I'm just gonna... I'm gonna switch in case it does. A growl? Yeah, okay. I'm going to say bye-bye to you. And a Slowpoke, okay. We can go ahead and switch back. I like his Pokemon. I like both Cubone and Slowpoke, so... Confusion. Whoa. You don't need to flex your psychic typing on me, good sir. And boom. Done deal. So... Wait, let's see what this guy says first. Game over! Okay. Alright, nerd. Alright, so we could find the Pokemon that we need in Rock Tunnel, and also one of the Pokemon that we could have gotten outside of Route 10 on this first floor here. But instead, you have like slightly better chances if you go down a floor. I swear I just turned, that was it, and it was another Zubat. That's crazy. Alright, down we go. So yeah, down here we have a better chance of finding what we need to find, so let's go ahead and catch some Pokemon here. Here it is. We're hitting all the old favorites this time. Another pure fighting type. Again, the first we've seen since Mankey, and Machop is certainly an interesting one. Indeed, Machop is the other option we could have caught on Route 10 here in Pokemon Yellow, but didn't, and instead came into Rock Tunnel for because it was slightly more common. But other than that, it's kind of the poster child for the fighting type, you might call it. It's got high attack, high HP, decent defense, and terrible special and speed, which, I mean, it's an okay combination for a fighting type. Like, it's going to be hardy, it's going to be powerful, but, you know, it doesn't really have a whole lot else going for it. Like, its defense is respectable, but, you know, like, its speed being low really cripples it in the end. Like, being slow and also not defensive enough is quite bad, but overall though, I would say Machop isn't actually half bad of a Pokemon. It's just kind of cursed by the fact that fighting type is pretty bad in this generation, and then also it just kind of has a lackluster stat spread. But regardless, we're going to go ahead and jump straight into its evolution at level 28, Machoke. Now, Machoke looks quite a bit better than Machop, obviously. Even though it comes at level 28, which is like, it's okay at this point in the game, I guess. We're kind of getting to the point where you're getting Pokemon at level 20, which means it's getting like, you know, about 8 levels to evolve. It's not too bad, but we're also like level 28 right now in our party. And then we're getting Pokemon that are like 10 levels below us, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, Machop is a trade evolution to get even more out of it, and so some of you might be stuck considering Machop as like the final Pokemon in the evolutionary line for your party. And to that end, I would actually say Machop is worse than Primeape was. So if you've passed up on Primeape, you're probably going to want to pass up on Machop too. It's just, it has a less base stat total than Primeape did, and its stat spread just doesn't help it. Primeape had 5 points higher in attack than Machop does, and Primeape had like 95 speed or something. It was it was a physical sweeper in pretty much every sense of the word. Machop is not that, and the high HP and the high defense don't really make up for it. It will be nice against other physical attacking types to some extent because it will be able to take some hits, but realistically, it's not going to be too useful for it, unfortunately. Just being able to move first and probably Oko something is going to be better. So I don't really have a lot of good things to say about Machop, but you know what, let's just go ahead and jump into the move pool, the move set, the recommended move set. First off, we have Submission. We talked about it a long time ago, but for a refresher, it's 80 base power, 80% accurate, and also it does 1/4 of your health, or not of your health, of the damage you do in recoil to your own health. So unfortunately, fighting types just get a terrible move pool. They have like low kick and submission, and like that's it for actually like good just damage dealing moves. And low kick is not good, it's base 50 power, and submission is the best one at only base 80. It's really sad, but it is what it is. I will say that Machop is better suited to using submission than Primeape was, which could be a big advantage for it actually, just because being able to use the only good fighting type move that you get stabbed with is, kind of a boon. But at the same time, the fighting type itself isn't, again, all that great of a type in this particular generation. In fact, it's arguably like the worst one, maybe alongside Bug. And so it's kind of a moot point at the end of the day. Regardless, though, the other thing I want to mention about Submission is that the Machop Line is the only Pokemon in the game that actually learns Submission by level up, which means that you could teach the TM for it to something else if you really, really wanted to. And next up is Earthquake. Earthquake is, it's just the one thing that the Machop line and really all fighting types, I guess, have going for them is they have relatively wide move pools. And so similar to when we were doing the Mankey line, Earthquake is going to be a nice coverage move for it. It's just a high powered damaging physical move that I can use. And it does get Earthquake unlike the Mankey line, which gets Dig. So it's kind of got a leg up in that regard, even though it's not like a huge leg up. And then of course Rock Slide, just to cover its flying weakness a little bit better, even though it's going to be a little bit too slow to really avoid taking damage, which could be bad for it, but at least it's got the defensive bulk to maybe, survive the hit. And then finally we have Body Slam. It's just a nice all-around physical move to use. There's really no good status moves to put onto a Machop. Like you have like Toxic, and that's it. There's no like setup moves, there's no anything really. So Body Slam it was. Machop does learn Strength as an HM, and it could be a good Strength user perhaps, but for the recommended moveset, we're just going with Body Slam. It's also nice that I can paralyze something with it to help bring the opponent's speed onto its level. So yeah, that's Machop for you. It's an okay Pokemon if you really, really, really want a fighting type and you don't get access to its evolution, but you passed up on Primeape. But if you like the cool factor of this Pokemon, you could make it work. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just, it's hard for me to recommend as it is. But now we have its evolution via trading, Machamp. Yes, they locked all the coolest evolutions behind trading, and it's really sad, but we finally get a ludicrously good attack stat at 130. This is a top 2 attack stat in the game. It's surprisingly tied with 3 other Pokemon that also have base 130 attack, but it's one of the only 2 Pokemon in that tier that can actually use the attack stat well. So that's, you know, it's got that going for it. It's pretty cool. This is, of course, just basically a souped up Machop. It's got a lot more attack to actually make it reasonably useful over Primeape, and it's got more bulk all the way around. It's got some like decent special now. It's not great still, but it's, you know, at least it's not red anymore, and it's still slow. But, you know, overall, it's in the 400+ club. It gains quite a lot, and you can't really be too mad at it. It's arguably the best fighting type in the game, if not actually just straight up the best fighting type in the game, if you can actually access it. So let's go ahead and talk about the recommend moveset. The recommend moveset's going to be pretty much exactly the same as Machoke's was. It's, you know, we got Submission, we got Earthquake, and we got Rock Slide. But the last move, Hyper Beam, is, yeah, you guessed it, the only difference between Machoke and Machamp is that Machamp gets access to Hyper Beam. I liked the idea. I was very hesitant to putting Hyper Beam on here because I like the idea of Body Slam Paralysis to help slow other Pokemon down. But ultimately, I think that Machamp is like one of the only Pokemon with an attack stat high enough to justify using Hyper Beam, even though it's slow. So I decided to chuck it on there. Something I haven't mentioned until now is that both Machoke and Machamp actually get access to Fire Blast of all things, as like an extra coverage move, I guess, to against like grass poison types, maybe? That'd be like the only use case that I could see for it. But even then, you're probably better off just using like Hyper Beam. I don't know. But yeah, they do get Fire Blast, and you could use their middling special to try and hit something with it. I don't know why you would, but it's an option, I guess, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that is the Machop line, the Machop line. I really like their designs. They're cool Pokemon. Machoke is a hard recommend for me. You're probably better off in Primeape. Machamp is a pretty great Pokemon. It's just held back by its typing and the typing's lack of good moves. But it does have some good coverage, and in-game at least, it'll probably put up a good, like a good defense for you. It will definitely pull its weight, so I can recommend Machamp. The superpower Pokemon, how powerful sounding. That's actually so cool. I want to be the superpower Pokemon. Very powerful in spite of its small size. Its mastery of many types of martial arts makes it very tough. No nickname for Machop. Surprise second Pokemon! Here I stand, before my mortal enemy that once upon a time was feinting me over and over, causing me to need to grind to be able to get past it because I was too stubborn to catch other Pokemon to use. And it's the same level that it once was. It's actually not. We fought at level 12 Onix, but in an alternate timeline, it was actually level 14, red and blue. And now look at me. I've caught more Pokemon. I'm stronger than I once was. I'm faster than I once was. I'm more experienced, more knowledgeable than I once was. And suddenly Onix is not so scary anymore. In fact, I know a lot of people when they played these early Pokemon games for the first time and they encountered Onix as like the first proper boss Pokemon, they were like, whoa, it's so big, it's so scary, it's so intimidating, it's so hard, it must be such a good Pokemon. And then they actually get to Rock Tunnel, they are able to catch it, and then they go, wait, is this it? Looking at Onix's stats, there is one thing that stands out straight from the get-go. It has a ludicrously high defense stat, 160. It's the first blue stat, exceptional stat, 150 plus stat that we've seen on a Pokemon. Very fitting for the first boss Pokemon. It is a top 2 defense stat in the game. Yes, there is something with a higher defense stat than this, believe it or not. And furthermore, it is one of only 5 Pokemon that even has a blue exceptional stat like this. So it must be good, right? I mean, it's got that high defense, and no, It's a gimmick Pokemon. It's designed to be the first boss and to counter all of the early game options that they give you, which is basically just normal and flying type moves. And that's all it's got going for it. Its attack is so low because they wanted to make sure that when you're fighting that first gym, it's not too threatening. Like, it's not gonna be able to one-shot you or anything crazy. And it'll kind of just like whittle you down until you die. But at the same time, they wanted it to be able to have a counter. So they gave it low special, which means that the 2 out of the 3 starters can be able to hard counter it because it's quad weak to both of them and has low special to boot. And then on top of that, its defense being high isn't just for typing and just resisting all those early game moves, but it's also because it uses Bide, right? That's a signature move of that gym. So having that high defense will let tank all those hits and then dish it back if you are unaware that you can just counter Bide by using stat moves and not damaging it. But regardless, to the end of being that first boss Pokemon, it does its job really well. It's intimidating, it's big, it's got a perfect stat spread for it to some extent. But once you want to use it for yourself here, you're going to realize real quickly that that doesn't work. The only thing I'm willing to give it is that it's deceptively fast, which is actually kind of a saving grace for it that we'll get into a little bit later. You already know what I'm going to say though. The real reason that this is bad is because its attack is so low. It basically can't do anything on its own. It's kind of like a pivot Pokemon. You like send it out to pivot into something else, which in-game is kind of silly. Like, this isn't competitive Pokemon in the slightest. And it seems like overkill to like be planning 4D chess like that to put a Onix on your team specifically for that purpose. But I mean, hey, what do I know? Basically, the only good matchups that Onix actually has are against electric types, because electric types largely can't do much to it, and flying types, because flying types also can't do much to it, and it has access to both rock and ground type moves that can then counter those types of Pokemon, right? Outside of that, it's basically got nothing going for it. Let's go ahead and get into the recommended moveset I gave to it, and yes, we're going straight to the recommended moveset because if you didn't notice, this thing doesn't evolve. It doesn't get better than this. This is all you get. You get a goated defense stat, and that's it. So, recommended moves. We of course have to put Rock Slide and Earthquake on here, just like the Geodude line once upon a time, the other rock ground type we've seen. Stab is always good, and it lets it at least be a good option against flying and electric types like I was talking about. And then I put Explosion on here. Explosion was a choice that I made because if you don't know how Explosion works in this generation, I think we might have talked about it, but I'll go over it again as a refresher. It's base 170 power, but it does kill the user, so it's got a major drawback in that sense. It's kind of like the, oh crap, I'm gonna lose anyway. Hit the nuke button to hopefully pull out a win, so that when I send out my HM slave, it can get all the experience and I still win. That's not all though. Explosion does in fact have the opponent's defense when it gets used automatically. This effectively means that it's actually base 340 power. You thought the Hyper Beam was good? You thought that Explosion just being at base 170 power is good? No, they went the extra mile and effectively doubled its power for no reason. This is a saving grace for Onix because it means that even with its terrible attack stat, it will still be able to do a massive amount of damage to something as long as it's not like another rock type. And sure, I mean, Onix will die in the process, but I mean, at least it got a kill, right? I mean, what more can you ask from it, right? So that's why we put Explosion on here. At least it can do something with Explosion against Pokemon that it's not naturally good against. And then finally, we have Fissure. Fissure is a 30% accurate move for a good reason. It is a one-hit KO move, meaning it will instantly knock out any Pokemon that it actually lands against. It essentially just does maximum HP worth of damage, ignoring defense. And so it doesn't matter what Pokemon you're fighting, it doesn't matter if it's a glitched or hacked Pokemon, it will kill it, as long as it hits. And that's a big if, not only is 30% accuracy a really bad accuracy rate, it'll be a kind of a Hail Mary for it to land, but there's a catch. For it to land at all, for it to roll that accuracy check, it has to be used by a Pokemon that's faster than the opponent. If you're slower than the opponent, then you automatically fail Fissure. Doesn't matter. This is where Onix's deceptively good speed stat saves it. It lets it use Fissure well enough to make it worth putting on there, and therefore make Onix like actually threatening again. The fact that it can perceivably have a chance at knocking out any Pokemon that comes across that isn't a flying type that resists Fissure, you know, because immunities, but it has Rock Slide for that, so it's got it covered. Yeah, it's a saving grace for this Pokemon that has Fissure. Unfortunately, base 70 speed isn't the fastest out there. There's quite a lot of things that are faster than it, but thankfully, a lot of those faster Pokemon are also electric type, and so it automatically just has a good type matchup against those anyway. And you know what? Stat experience will usually be able to overcome the speed differences, especially because we're getting it early enough to make that a factor, if you will. So yeah, that is the recommended moveset. That is Onix in a nutshell. The only other move that I could recommend is Toxic, and I did think about putting it on here like quite a lot, because I was like, oh, it's got such a massive defense stat that it can kind of like Toxic stall out whatever it's fighting so that it can get more kills. The problem with Toxic, ultimately for me though, was that its HP stat is so low, so garbage, that its stalling capabilities are going to be really, really hyper specific to certain Pokemon. And then it's probably just better off attacking anyway, instead of waiting for Toxic. And I just didn't want to sacrifice any of the other moves that we put on here for Toxic. Like, yeah, we could replace Earthquake with Fissure, or we could just get rid of Fissure entirely, but I don't know. I thought that the recommended moveset as it was about as good as it was going to get. I couldn't justify putting Toxic on here in place of anything else, so there we have it. If you couldn't tell, this is a hard pass. You should just go get a goddamn Graveler if you want a Rock Ground type badly enough. Just do not use this Pokemon unless you really, really, really want a challenge. The Rock Snake Pokemon, how very apt. Burrows at high speed in search of food. The tunnels it leaves are used as homes by Digletts. Wait a second, are you kidding me? Are you saying that Diglett's tunnel, or Diglett's cave, whatever they call it, is actually made by an Onix? I've been lied to. No nickname for Onix. And yeah, that actually does it for all the new Pokemon here in Rock Tunnel plus Route 10, kind of, sort of. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and deposit these guys in the box and heal up for the journey ahead, so I will be back. Alright, I am officially back. I also happened to go back to Cerulean to get Repels, because I think it's about time I finally got those. We have quite a lot of money, and not being able to encounter wild Pokemon is honestly going to be such a godsend. So we'll go ahead and get on the bicycle just to make this a little bit faster. And there's quite a lot of trainers in here, and there's shockingly no items anywhere to be found. So you don't have to worry about going item hunting or anything like that. I drop Pokemon when I'm home. Alright, nerd. Goddamn creative types that also happen to be nerds. Ooh, a Slowpoke. Another Slowpoke. Alright, get this thing out of here. Phew, I'm exhausted. Wow, you just stood around and did nothing. Then we got another trainer immediately after that. I don't often come here, but I will fight you. How funny. I will fight you, though. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm gonna get, like, paralyzed again. Or not. Okay, we'll take it. We will definitely take it. Why did that do so much? What? Excuse me? I thought I said Oddish isn't good. No, I mean, its special is pretty good, actually, for what it is. Okay, well, that didn't last long. Thanks, random AI. If only Absorb didn't do so much damage to me. A Bulbasaur, ooh. I respect it enough to switch out. Mainly because I don't want to deal with the paralysis. Alright, get out of here. I don't want anything to do with you. Bulbasaur's the worst starter. Oh, I lost. Okay, well, I guess I better go heal. I'll be back again. And I'm back where we just were. I've healed, I'm repelled back up, we're good to go. Do you know about costume players? I don't think I've ever heard that not abbreviated to just cosplayer, so I'm at a crossroads where I want to say no, but also it's kind of just the answer is yes. A Charmander. Man, everyone's got starters in this cave. Or this tunnel. I mean, it's just got Ember, we'll be fine. Right, Chubby? Rage! Okay. Alright, buddy. Woo, got a crit though. Woo! Alright. And a Cubone, of course it's a Cubone. I don't know what it is with you nerds and wanting Cubones on your team, but it's not conducive to electric type life. So I'll need you to leave right now. Bye-bye. Well, that's that. That is indeed that. Still in the good here. Let's keep going. If you ever see like a pathway, by the way, that I just don't go down, it's because there's nothing over there. My Pokemon techniques will leave you crying. Prove it. Prove it, buddy. Oh yeah, J-Dude. Oh no. Oh no, I think this is a level to learn self-destruct. I might have bitten off more than I could chew here. Man, does self-destruct just instantly kill Chubby Chew? Here's what I think we do. I think we switch into Lumen. Rock throw, okay, it missed. Perfect. And then now we just Bubble Beam. Alright, we're in the clear. Ooh, yes. Yes! Level 29 is so good. I give! You're a better technician. Technician wasn't introduced until Gen 4 as an ability. Okay, we got quite the lot of level ups going on at the same time. Get Rossetti up front. And we can actually go this way also to get another battle. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. You don't fight fair. That's okay, see if I care. Dig. That should, just, yeah. No shot. Dig is way too powerful. Ooh, an Onix. Ooh. Alright, let's dig again. It might live it, though, because of its high defense, even though it's weak. Oh, no it doesn't. Its defense is not good enough. fired away. Okay. Someone had some fun on the localizing team. I assume that that's localized and not directly translated. That'd be even funnier if it was. Still in the clear here. We can keep going. Another hiker. A lot of hikers. This tunnel goes a long way, kid. And a Geodude, of course. We're gonna see a lot of rock types, I assume. Good thing we can handle rock types pretty well, actually, right now. Like, if we just had Chubbichoo still, it would be a big problem. But Rossetti can handle it pretty well, and then, of course, I mean, Lumen kind of just cleans up after it, so... I'm actually gonna run out of Dig PP before I probably need to go back to heal. Which is kind of unfortunate. Like, how much do I have right now? 6? Yeah, we're... Unless I level up and then don't need to use Dig for a while, yeah, I guess we'll see. I do know that I think that field moves don't require PP to use, so we could also just dig out of the cave to go heal, which will save us some time and repel steps, I suppose. Doh, you win. You did not level up. Why would you not do that to me? Another hiker? Maybe I'm lost in here. Don't worry, I flashed, so you can see, right? It's not just me. It's not localized to just me. Ooh, an Onix. Ew. How cute. I want to like rock types more than I do. I'm just so used to them not being good. I haven't played enough Gen 4. Alright, we finally leveled up. Get me out of here. Let's go to, in this case, we'll go to Lumen. I think actually Lumen might be the play if we run into more hikers, just because I don't want to keep switching. Alright, another Geodude. Easy pickings. Now, believe it or not, we're actually, like, roughly, give or take, about halfway through the cave. Like, there's not a whole lot more to go. Ease up! What am I doing? Which way is out? I would say go to your right. Well, no, your left, sorry. My right. We'll pretend like I'm putting Chubbichoo up front, but we're actually just gonna go like this. Bam. Yeah, because I thought there was another hiker here, and there was. Outsiders like you need to show me some respect, young man. Respect. I feel like that word's been so bastardized in modern times. Low-key. Level 21 Geodude, not anything too crazy. You have another one. A Graveler? A level 21 Graveler, sir, that's illegal. I'm gonna have to take you in. I found a Game Shark on your Game Boy. I give! Alright, this is our ticket out of here. And repels effect wore off. Yeah, that's what happens after it wears off. It just tells you, and you have to go in and be like, yeah, I'll use it again. There's no auto, like, prompt to be like, do you want to use it again? Are you sure? Are you sure, you sure? Hikers leave twigs as trail? Oh no. Trail markers. Trail markers. Oh no. Am I chronically online? Maybe that's my problem. Body Slam. Pidgey? We do have Thunderbolt for this. Let's go ahead and use it. Might as well save our Body Slam PP. I think we can muscle our way through the rest of the cave, maybe. Like, without having to go back to heal. Body Slam, of course. Alright. Oh, I did my best. I will say that's not a good sign that we've already leveled up Lumen again. Not a good sign for us. Alright, up here we have another hiker. I'm not the right Pokemon for this. Ha ha ha! Can you beat my power? No. I'm gonna go with no. Oh god, he's got more Geodudes. Chubby Chew, we might be cooked. We might just be cooked. I'm gonna try it out on this first one. If it rock throws, and then I take a lot of damage, then I'll be like, ah, run away. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Lumen, come back out, please. Please help. Oh, now you miss. Okay, I see how it is. I see how it is now you miss. I'm just gonna have to spam Bubble Beam. No, the Geodude. And a Graveler, I would assume. I feel like that's been the pattern. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, good to go. Oops, out-muscled. Something like that. I think we'll be fine if we keep our boy in the front. You have a Pokedex? I want one too! Hey, I have connections, buddy, so maybe get good next time. Ooh, a Slowpoke. I love how these Pokemaniacs all have Slowpokes. You know, it's kind of funny because Pokemon is like the prime example of just like the inherent inequality in people based on like where they're born and such, like, you know, stuff like that. Because we were born in Pallet Town, I would assume anyway. I don't think there's ever been any indication that we were not just born and raised in Pallet Town. And that's, of course, where Professor Oak is, and therefore we, of course, have connections to Professor Oak, which means we get special treatment. It's kind of a social commentary when you think about it. Shoot, I'm so jealous! Jealous of this guy that just listened to me ramble about social inequality for like the last 30 seconds of the fight. Eek, don't try anything funny in the dark. It's not dark. Alright? Get your facts straight. Why is there gotta be more grass types? Leave me alone with these grass types, man. At least this one won't have Absorb. Oh, but it's got Wrap. Debatably worse, considering it just got a crit. Oh my god, why does it do so much damage? I mean, I realize that Bellsprout kind of has a nice attack, but still. Still, those spooky, scary skeletons. Ooh, Clefairy. Clefairy! Clefairy! Alright, surely we don't die to the Clefairy. I will never let you live it down, Choichu, if you die to this Clefairy. Ooh, okay, we're chilling. We're chilling? Yes. Alright, we better level up so I can switch out. didn't level up? It was too dark. I told you that excuse doesn't work. I'm uncomfortable, but we'll keep going. Yeah, Pokemon? Let's start. You have 4 Pokemon? Jesus Christ. Oh, the low health noise. It just like popping in is so I don't know, grating on the ears. Oh my god, how have I still not leveled up? Alright, this thing's gonna quick attack me. I'm not falling for it. This junior trainer female thought they were so clever. Oh, they didn't use quick attack. Well, I mean, not everyone can have good AI like the gym leaders or whatever has good AI in this game. Alright, we're conserving PP by using cut, and I guess it's working. And also that was enough to level us up. Let's go. Still on track. Oh, this one did not work. Was that like a low roll, or what happened? Did we get a crit and I didn't see it last time? Okay. Another Bellsprout. Problem is that grass resists ground. And the problem is that I just die if it uses Vine Whip. So I think we gotta bring in Lumen for this one. Growth. Don't like that. You play hard. Alright, we have one more. Let's go ahead and bring Rossetti up front, even though probably have to switch out again, but it's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. I came this far for Pokemon! 4 Pokemon? Like to find them? Wild Pokemon? I guess I could see that. Meowth, that's right. We're gonna go ahead and dig. I don't really feel like messing around with the cut and scratch and stuff like that for this Pokemon. We're not rock type, so we don't resist. Ooh, Oddish. Don't think so, buddy. Really? Oh, you... Okay. Alright, this was uncalled for. I came this far not to get poisoned, and I don't appreciate it. We'll Thunderbolt this thing. Sure, add insult to injury, why not? And... boom, done. I'm out of Pokemon! Good. Alright, now thankfully we... Oh my god, we were like... First of all, get me off this bike. I need to read the sign. Rock Tunnel, Cerulean Rock Tunnel, Cerulean City to Lavender Town. And yeah, this is actually the exit. Don't talk to that deceptively nice-looking lady, because I am in dire need of healing my team right now. Yeah, pretty dire. We're running out of PP on one's on low health, one's poisoned. Just kind of sneak around this guy, and welcome to the so-called Lavender Town. We're just gonna go ahead and heal right away. Okay, so of course I'm not gonna just leave everything up here unattended. We've healed, which is what we needed to do, and we're gonna come back for all the stuff. First of all, in this little tree we have a max ether. Rock tunnel, great. We should be good. I'm feeling a bit faint from this tough hike. We're just gonna cut here. We can't dig, obviously. Scratch to finish it off should work. Ooh. Oh, okay. We're gonna go for it again. I'm not up to it. We have another hiker. Let's go for it. Ha 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 ha! I don't see what's so funny, dude. Oh, it feels so good to have PP again. Oh my god! What the heck? I mean, we avoided it. And then we just hit you for free. Ha ha ha! Not laughing. Hey, hey, fever. Ha ha ha! Achoo! All right. On we go to this other hiker. Why is there so many hikers? We leveled up, right? Yeah. Alright, here we go. Ah, this mountain air is delicious. We are... I guess we'll be fine. Alright, done deal. This I'm a little bit more worried about. Worried enough that I'll switch out. Bubble Beam should take care of it, of course. That cleared my head. I'm sure it did. How are our levels looking? Of course Lumen's overleveled, that always happens. Alright. We're in the clear here. Hi kid, wanna see my Pokemon? Not really, I'll be honest, but sure, we'll take a look. Pokemaniac! Oh, great, another Cubone. I think you messed me up, so... I mean, we gotta do it. It's just... It's way too hard not to. You know what I mean? Oh, a Slowpoke. Alright. I do like me a Slowpoke, because it's so easy for Chubby Chew to kill. Alright, there we go. Oh no, my Pokemon! And that does it for Route 10. And yes, that is a continuation of Route 10. It, you know, leads into Rock Tunnel, and obviously Rock Tunnel exits on Route 10. And then here's Lavender Town proper. Let's go ahead and talk to the people in the Pokemon Center. Cubones wear skulls, right? People will pay a lot for one. That just seems wrong, I'm not gonna lie. Team Rocket will do anything for the sake of gold. Gold? I saw Cubone's mother die. I'm sorry, what? Trying to escape from Team Rocket. That's really sad. It's kind of like the whole rhinos, like the rhino horn hunting thing that they do. I'm gonna go ahead and organize my inventory a little bit and heal, and then we'll get going again. All right, off we go. Talk to the town residents. Also, I want to read the sign up here. New Sylph Scope. Make the invisible plain to see. Sylphco. Alright, it's an advertisement for it. Great. Ghosts appeared in Pokemon Tower. I think they're the spirits of Pokemon that the Rockets killed. Whoa, huh? I'm sorry? Lavender Volunteer Pokemon House. This town is known as the grave site of Pokemon. Memorial services are held in Pokemon Tower. Why do you gotta make it sound so ominous? Lavender Town, the Noble Purple Town. The Noble Purple Town, huh? Do you believe in ghosts? No. I guess not. That white hand on your shoulder, it's not real. Oh, it's just Pikachu. Alright, nice try. Do you believe in ghosts? You know what? Yes. Really? So there are believers. Okay. Creepy kid aside. Let's go into Pokemon House. Is that what this is called? That's odd. Mr. Fuji isn't here. Where'd he go? Okay. Thanks, Nidorino. Pokemon Monthly Grand Prize drawing. The application form is gone. It's been clipped out. Interesting. This is really Mr. Fuji's house. He's really kind. He looks after abandoned and orphaned Pokemon. That's cool. Aw, this Psyduck was abandoned and orphaned? That's my takeaway from that. That's sad. Okay, there's a couple more houses we can look at here. Cubone's cry just doesn't sound right to me. I hate those horrible rockets. That poor Cubone's mother. It was killed trying to escape from Team Rocket. But yeah, that's no good. Don't worry, citizen. I will stop them, I guess. I got nothing better going on. Oh, we've changed music. Hello, hello! I am the official name rater. Want me to rate the nicknames of your Pokemon? Ah, this guy. No. Fine, come anytime you like. So, yeah, this guy, I think we've heard about him before, but essentially, if you have Pokemon that you yourself caught, as in you are the original trainer of it, right? And you want to re-nickname your Pokemon, or just nickname them in general because you didn't nickname them the first time, this guy will allow you to re-nickname your Pokemon. That's his real purpose. He doesn't actually rate your nickname all that much. Like, that's not the function of him, so don't let his name fool you. It's just a renaming service disguised as an NPC. And it doesn't work on traded Pokemon that you didn't originally catch yourself. So whatever nickname you got from the traded Pokemon, like Miles, is stuck there forever. I'm searching for items that raise the abilities of Pokemon during a single battle. X attack, X defend, X speed, and X special are what I'm after. Do you know where I can get them? Yes, but I'm not gonna tell you. You know Revive? It revives any fainted Pokemon. You know Revive? I guess I do, technically. Man, I made like all my money back to going through Rock Tunnel. Ooh, Great Balls, Super Potions. We're kind of, ooh, Super Repels. We're kind of balling over here. I think, I might buy some Great Balls, actually. I might buy, like, I don't even know, let's say, like, 25 Great Balls. Put a little dent in me, but it'll be fine. Alright. That was a successful trip, I would say. And finally, last but not least, we have May the Souls of Pokemon Rest Easy, Pokemon Tower. Let's go ahead and go in. I don't know why it's like dug into a mountain. That's kind of ominous, but let's go ahead. I came to pray for my Clefairy. I can't stop crying. Okay. Did you come to pay respects? Bless you. Bless you, kind soul. My Growlithe, why did you die? Oh boy, we're in the... It's like going to a graveyard and just kind of rocking up and being like, hey guys, where's the party? And everyone's just, you know, not having a good time. But also, at the same time, when you go to a graveyard, you're not necessarily having a bad time either. I am a channeler. There are spirits up to mischief. Okay. Alright, if you say so. Pokemon Tower was erected in the memory of Pokemon that had died. That's cool. What am I looking at here? Whole lot of nothing. But there's a person up here, and I think he looks suspiciously familiar. Hey, Red! What brings you here? Your Pokemon don't look dead. I can't leave and make them faint. Let's go, pal. Yeah, thanks. Thanks whoever's idea it was to go up here. Blue wants to fight. Oh, he evolved his Spearow. I don't think it was evolved last time. I do have Chubby Chew out, though. I didn't think I did, but this works out well for me. Okay. We're kind of chilling in that regard. What else do you have? Oh, a Shelter. Why would you send that out? That was a mistake. Again, not complaining, but still. And a Vulpix. Whoa. I'm not remembering what he had on SSN all that well. I can't remember if this is new or not. Do I switch out to Rossetti or do I just stay in? I think I switch out. I think Chubby Chew's you know, done what he needed to do for me. Ember should, yeah, we should be fine. Oh, we got burned. Are you kidding me? Fine, everything's fine. I'm not mad. I'm not. Don't question me. All right, we don't kill anymore, right? Oh, we still do kill. Okay, good. I assume burn still halves your physical attack in this game. I would assume it does. Or maybe it drops it by one stage. I can't remember. I don't like the Sandshrew. I don't like the look of the Sandshrew. I also don't like that my attack is lower. A Slash. Whoa. Calm down, buddy. Okay. Uh-huh. I think we're chilling. Eevee, of course. Yeah, we're just gonna buy Slam. Well, everyone played a part here. I think we're... Oh, I was expecting the one-shot. We'll Bubble Beam. Everyone played a part here. I think that was a good battle for us. I made something faint, I'll tell you that much. What, you stinker? I took it easy on you too. Hey, what happened to your Eradicate, man? Oh, sorry. How's your Pokedex coming, pal? I just caught a Cubone. I can't find the grown-up Marowak yet. Okay. I doubt there are any left. Well, I better get going. I've got a lot to accomplish, pal. Smell you later. Alright, yeah, so, we just, like, run into Blue here randomly. I guess he was hunting for Pokemon or something. I think we can afford to go a little bit further. Even we could not identify the wayward ghosts. The Sylph Scope might be able to unmask them. Hint, hint, wink, wink. So yeah, if we come up here, first of all, actually, I'm gonna save, because it just makes me feel better. But yeah, once we get onto the 3rd floor here, there are wild Pokemon, and it'll be like, Ghost appeared. Darn, the ghost can't be ID'd. And yeah, you enter into a battle, but you can't do anything with the ghost. If I try to attack it, Chubby2 is too scared to move. Get out. Get out! Alright, run. So yeah, you can theoretically, I guess, go up the tower like that, but I will clue you in right now. You get roadblocked, so we'll be coming back later, but yeah, there's like a fan theory, you might call it, going around about Blue's Raticate that he just like randomly loses during that fight. And people are like, oh, he's at Pokemon Tower, probably it died. I'm not gonna say whether or not that's true or not, because obviously no one knows, but my 2 cents is it probably didn't die. I'd be pretty surprised. But also they kind of hint at it, so you know, it could be either one. Regardless though, we're gonna be ending the episode here. So if you like the video, please hit like. If you really like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing. And if you dislike the video, then hit dislike. Otherwise, I'll see everyone next time.